Hey guys, so I'm making my videos to justify my existence and make myself feel better. Um, be the gorilla. You know the big mountain back gorilla, the big silverback? And if you can just imagine it, it's just sitting there the whole day, right? It's just sitting there on its, just sitting there. It's just almost looking straight ahead. You know what I mean? Not even looking around, just sitting there. And I encourage men out there with your man's biology, your man brain. Be the mountain gorilla. Be that mountain gorilla. He's the ultimate alpha male. I tell you why. He's there, doesn't probably doesn't move. Every couple of hours he'll like do a little side shuffle and you know shuffle, 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 and then he'll just sit there, stand there, sort of sit slash stand on his, just sit there and just sort of stares. I encourage men. That's the reality we live in, and that's how our biology works as well. What I mean by that is he's sitting there and he's thinking, in the next moment, a group of other gorillas that are smaller than me are going to try to take my tribe. I'm the only man here. I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, I'm just sitting there going, okay, is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? But remember, he's not panicked, right? He's just ready. I mean, he's ready. In that next moment, he's also thinking, do we have enough shelter? Is it going to rain? If it does, what do we do? And he's ready. If it rains, we're ready. What if we run out of food? Do we need to find another place here? Is this place still safe? Is the seasons changing or to change? Um, so you can imagine he's living in this moment where he can be completely panicked, like, oh my God, he can go into like the modern man. Oh my God, life is so hard. Oh, God hates me. Everything's bad. You know what I mean? Nihilism, negativeness, right? Or he can go into, oh, everything's going to be okay. It's been okay. Nothing ever's going to go wrong, and just be this positive modern day man that drinks his coffee and just walks around like everything's cool. You know what I mean? But not really considering that any moment disaster can strike. You know, in our lives, if we have another shutdown, if there's a solar flare, if one of the countries turns off all the electricity with a solar laser, which is very possible, and we have no electricity, within 3 days we have no food, no police, nothing. We'll just be all these Australian people living in their $1 million houses, looking at each other, going, "What now?" You know what I mean, are we ready for that? Did we prepare our cars and caravans and have a trailer in the back of our house with fishing equipment and water and supplies and a petrol tank, specific petrol, and fill up the tank? We're prepared, we're ready, we jump in the car, we drive 4 hours out into the countryside to the closest river with fish, and we've got everything. We've got all the long-term supplies, we're fishing, we've got our camp, we've got our warm gear, everything's there in the trailer. We've skilled enough to start a fire, and we're just chilling, waiting for the government and the world and the chaos to burn down. We'll be back in 3 to 6 months when everything's back again, hopefully. That's what I mean. Be the gorilla. Be that alpha gorilla. So you're standing there in the day going, is this job going to go bad? And your mind goes, this. Am I going to lose my job to AI? What if this turns to that? Well, be ready for it. You know what I mean? When your kids start to go in a bad direction, jump in as a gorilla would. You know what I mean? Go, okay, well, kids, I'm going to have to reprimand you. You know what I mean? I don't know what a gorilla male does, but a human male will probably have different actions. It's not necessarily going to swing him by his arms and throw him into the bush, but, we're not going to do that to our kids, but we are going to do something appropriate. So, in this moment, we have a heavy load on our shoulders as a man. The world looks at us and goes, you're sitting there not doing anything. I want you to do everything. Go to work, think about the complexities of that, be a great friend, be a great husband, be a great dad, be a great, do 1,000 tasks. And at the same time, I need you to be completely prepared for what will happen next. So not only do we not have the freedom where the world will tell us, hey man, you have a lot on your shoulders, in the next moment something crisis will happen and we're all going to turn to you. For now, we'll support you, we'll help you, we'll cook and clean and we'll support you in any way. We don't even have that. We're doing all that ourselves as men, as every man that I know. So not only to do that, plus we have to be ready for the next disaster, because if we don't do it, no one else will, right? Look at your life and your life experience of that. And it's a tough burden, but I think what's helped me in the most deepest, darkest time in my mind is go, okay, be the gorilla. Yes, disaster might strike. Yes, happiness may come in the next moment with your child running towards you. But we are still in survival mode. We are still in war mode, right? And we are in happy mode. And we are in joy mode. And we are in bliss mode. And we are in ecstasy mode. And we are grateful for all the luxuries of modern life. And we are worried about how AI might take everything and our jobs away. And we're worried about all this stuff. But I am the gorilla, Even this video, what if it makes me look ridiculous? Well, the gorilla will handle it when it comes. Have a good day.